Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. So today we have a couple of things to talk about, some new details for Andor Season 2, and we also have a few bits for Ahsoka, but we begin with the Acolyte. There is a rumour going round, one which I must say is complete bogus, that the show is somehow being cancelled. Now this is wrong for many reasons. The show finished filming back in May, post-production is going well, and this is a series Lucasfilm is very eager to show off. This could be one of their flagship shows going forward, given Kathleen Kennedy's desire to make the High Republic front and centre. Not just this, we got a trailer at Star Wars Celebration 2. There is no indication the show is going to be cancelled despite these rumours. Now some have been using the example of DC's Batgirl as an example of this happening, but that film was not releasable. Now a big difference between the two projects is that the DC creatives didn't think Batgirl could compete, they didn't believe in the vision, and the Acolyte is far further into production than Batgirl got. It's done, they filmed it, they're doing post at the moment. So what I'm saying is, don't believe everything you hear, these rumours are almost certainly not true. And so now onto Ahsoka. This is something fans have suspected for a very long time, that the Ahsoka show is going to be the continuation of Star Wars Rebels, but it was never said officially that Ahsoka is Rebels Season 5. Until now, Dave Filoni has confirmed that was what was intended, and here's Rosario Dawson's quote, speaking with Total Film. It's hard sometimes to tell with the things you read online, whether it's a fact or just some fanfiction, but I'm pretty sure Dave said this is basically the 5th season of Rebels, so it felt nice to feel that sort of continuation with these people she's got a rich history with. You can see that with her mission, that she's going after Thrawn and believing that he's still alive, and holding Ezra in her heart, because they have a really beautiful long history as well. This comes as no surprise, but it's good to see it officially acknowledged by the star of the series, and that could also mean that apart from emphasis on Harrison Jula, Sabine, Chopper and Ahsoka herself, we could also see the likes of Zeb Orrelios once again, who made his live-action debut in The Mandalorian Season 3. What are your guys' thoughts? Share them in the comments down below. And so staying on the subject of Ahsoka, this has been making the rounds. Ivanna Sakhno, who's going to play former Jedi assassin Shin Hati, alongside Baylan, who's being played by the late great Ray Stevenson, has mysteriously deleted her Instagram page and has also made some tweets private, and fans have a range of theories as to what might have happened. So on the one hand, it could be very innocent. She may have just wanted a break from social media. That is completely understandable in her position. It must be a lot to be a public figure online, and it's not uncommon to just disconnect for a while. Daisy really did the same. So that's the innocent explanation, but there are some who suspect it may have been due to Star Wars fans' comments. Now I've not seen any hate directed at Ivanna Sakhno or Shin, the character she's gonna play, but there has been a problem with this in the past, whether it was Jake Lloyd, Kelly Marie Tran, Ahmed Best. Whether it's Star Wars fans or critics of the Star Wars films and shows, this has been a problem, and it's affected the mental health of many actors in the franchise. I'm really hoping this is not the case with Ivanna. She seems like such a lovely person, and nobody in her position deserves any of that hate in real life. Regardless of how you might feel towards a character or a story, the writing or directing, it should never be directed at the actors, but I don't think that's the case. I'm so excited to see a character in the show. Both Baylan and Shin have been marketed as such incredibly awesome Force users. I mean, just think about it. Former Jedi on Coruscant during the days of the Clone Wars, who survived Order 66, but did not become Inquisitors as far as we know, but instead took on a different philosophy, one of Dark Jedi. And a few weeks ago, Ivanna Sakhno said in an interview that we're gonna feel sympathy for both the journey she's been on and where she's at now in the story. She said, quote, "I hope despite the darkness of a character, we're able to expand our understanding of that darkness within someone, and the reason behind it." She stated she wants the audience to care about the character too, and to realize there is more nuance to just light and dark. And even though it's Ivanna who said it, this comes straight out of Dave Filoni's playbook. Just like he did in Star Wars Rebels with Ezra's journey, but also characters like the Bendu, he wants to explore beyond what it means to be a Jedi. Ahsoka herself is in that place, Ezra at this point too. There have been theories regarding Sabine Wren, could she be Force sensitive? But also of course Thrawn's assassins, Baylan, Shin, and that mysterious Inquisitor who looks a lot like the 8th brother. We have so many questions just based on the stills and the trailers alone, and yesterday marked 2 months until the Ahsoka show drops. We're in the final stretch, guys. Super exciting stuff. So as I say, I'm wishing Ivanna Sakhno all the best. I can't wait to see Shin in the Ahsoka show. I did say a few weeks ago, I believe she's going to be one of my new favorite characters, and I'm praying the fandom embraces her and shows her so much love. I mean, come on guys, we're gonna see Shin fight Sabine Wren, a lightsaber duel between a Star Wars Rebels fan favourite and a new character altogether. We're gonna see her abilities, her powers with the Force. And who's to say she's gonna stay loyal to Baylan? We don't know what's gonna happen with their characters, but I suspect that could play into the comments made by Ivanna Sakhno about the audience showing sympathy towards Shin. Maybe she's been through a lot. And remember, it's only Baylan who's the survivor of Order 66. He probably adopted her as his apprentice along the way. So now on to Star Wars Andor Season 2. As we covered the other day, according to Stellan Skarsgård, things are going really well. Despite Tony Gilroy not being there on set, he's shown solidarity with the strike. But according to Stellan, this show is director-proof and actor-proof. And apart from a couple of tidbits here and there, a couple of bits of footage in Spain, since the first season ended, we haven't had too much on the Andor news front. Well, now we have details from Adria Arjona, Bix herself, the mechanic that everyone loved in the first season, and after she was rescued by her hero Cassian, after she endured so much terrible torture, hearing the recorded screams of alien kids under the watchful eye of Dr. Gorst, she's free and she's going to recover. But according to Adria Arjona, those torture scenes were so important for Season 2 because just like Cassian Andor and all of the rebels had their roots and the reasons they joined the cause, that for Bix was the foundational moment where she became a rebel. And she hints we're gonna see Bix's thirst for revenge against the Empire. And massive spoiler warning, in the Andor Season 2 exclusive teaser shown at Star Wars Celebration, she does get revenge over Dr. Gorst. In Season 2, she's going to be a full-on rebel spy. Adria Arjona emphasized the dynamic nature of her character's journey, indicating the second season is going to show how Bix is going to move past and cope with the trauma. Bix is going to evolve. Here is the full quote. Throughout the season, all of our characters evolve because there's so much time. There's a time gap in between every couple of episodes. So this season for me is super interesting because I get to grow with Bix and it continues to happen throughout the entire season. So you get to meet like 3 different versions of Bix. There's an anger, there's revenge, and then there's love. The closeness she has with Cassian from before, but also now, because he saved her, he changed his ways, not to be too cheesy and cliche, but he showed her and proved to her that he could be there for her, he could be the hero she needs, so of course she has to lean in, she says. And finally she states, she's always been a part of it, and I think by episode 9 of season 1, it was obvious someone must do something. So the rebel version of Bix, the full-on rebel taking on missions, working with Cassian and Luthen, sounds badass. Almost paralleling Jyn Erso. Now Bix lived on Ferrix, she understood the underground network, she was passively helping Luthen, but at the same time, she never took an active role. What she endured under Dead Ramiro, seeing what happened to Ferrix. No more playing nice, and as in Marva's final message to her people, fight the Empire. Amidst this evolving narrative with Bix, she's going to emerge as a complex character who, despite her flaws, and despite everything she's been through, losing her boyfriend, enduring torture, plays a crucial role in the resistance against the Imperial forces. And Tony Gilroy made it very clear to us that not all rebels are the same. They come from all walks of life. And some other really good news for Andor Season 2, there are so many more aliens, new characters that Tony Gilroy wants to tell their story of how they became the rebels they do. Share your thoughts on this and everything we spoke about in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. May the Force be with you, always.